Have you ever noticed something strange on the internet? You search for something on Google, and your results are completely different from your friends. Your Facebook feed is filled with stories that confirm your political views, while your uncle's feed seems to come from a different planet. We tend to think of the internet as a vast, open window onto the world. But what if it's not a window? What if it's a mirror, one that is constantly and invisibly reflecting your own beliefs, your own preferences, and your own biases right back at you? This is the powerful and alarming idea at the heart of internet activist Eli Pariser's prophetic book, The Filter Bubble. Written over a decade ago, this book gives a name to the invisible algorithmic editing of the web that is creating a unique universe of information for each of us. And in doing so, it is shaping what we see, what we think, and ultimately, who we are. Today on Geeky Philosopher, we are going to explore this hidden world. This is a journey to understand the invisible bubble that surrounds you and a guide to learning how to pop it. So, the story really starts with a pretty simple change that happened around 2009. Companies like Google and Facebook, they switched things up, from showing everyone the same, standard set of results to a totally new, radical model personalization. This honestly was done with the best of intentions. The goal was to make the internet more relevant to you. The algorithm, well, it looks at everything it knows about you, your past clicks, your search history, your location, the kinds of things you like, and it tries to predict what you want to see. If you're a liberal who loves dogs, your feed will be filled with liberal news stories and cute puppy videos. But if you're a conservative who loves cars, your feed will be filled with conservative news and car videos. The algorithm's only job is to give you more of what it thinks you'll engage with. But this seemingly helpful service has a massive, unintended consequence. Without you ever choosing it, the internet begins to edit your world. It starts to invisibly delete the things it thinks you won't like, or that you'll disagree with. This creates a unique, personalized universe of information for each of us. This is the filter bubble. Segment 2, Inside the Bubble, How It Works. So how is this bubble constructed? Pariser identifies 3 key features of the modern algorithm. First, it is solitary. You are alone in your bubble. You don't know what information has been edited out or why. And because it's tailored just for you, it's hard to compare your information diet with anyone else's. Second, it is invisible. You don't choose to enter a filter bubble. It is created for you, without your knowledge or consent. You don't see the algorithm making its choices. The editing is completely opaque. Third, there is no entry choice. Unlike joining a specific club or subscribing to a specific magazine, you can't opt out. If you use the modern internet, you are in a filter bubble. So, it is the default setting for our digital lives. The result is that 2 people, with different political views, can type the exact same search term into Google, like say, climate change, and get 2 completely different sets of results, each one designed to confirm their pre-existing biases. They are no longer sharing a common set of facts, instead they're living in 2 different realities. So why is this a problem? Pariser argues that the filter bubble is a danger both to ourselves as individuals and to our society as a whole. For us as individuals, the bubble dramatically narrows our intellectual world. A healthy mind, needs a balanced diet of information. It needs to be exposed to new ideas, challenging perspectives, and, well, those serendipitous discoveries. The filter bubble, by its very nature, gives us a diet of intellectual junk food. It only feeds us what we already know and like. This can make us more rigid in our thinking, less creative, and honestly, less able to understand different points of view. For society, the consequences are even more severe. Democracy depends on a shared public sphere, a common set of facts that we can all debate. The filter bubble destroys this. It sorts us into digital tribes, each one living in its own reality, each one convinced that its version of the world is the only one. This is a powerful engine for polarization. When you are only ever shown information that confirms your beliefs, and you never encounter reasonable, intelligent people who disagree with you, it becomes very easy to believe that the people on the other side are not just wrong, but are stupid or evil. The filter bubble makes it almost impossible to find common ground because we are no longer standing on it. For most of the 20th century, the flow of information was controlled by human gatekeepers, editors at major newspapers and television networks. These gatekeepers were not perfect, but they generally operated with a set of professional ethical standards. They had a sense of civic responsibility to show the public a balanced and important picture of the world. Today, the new gatekeepers are algorithms. And what are the values of an algorithm? The primary goal of a commercial algorithm is not to make you a more informed citizen or a more well-rounded person. Its primary goal is to maximize your engagement. It wants to keep you clicking, watching, and scrolling for as long as possible, so it can show you more ads. And what is the easiest way to keep you engaged? By showing you things that are familiar, comfortable, and emotionally stimulating. The algorithm is the ultimate yes man. It will never challenge you. It will never show you something that is important but boring. It will just keep feeding you the digital equivalent of candy. By handing over the role of gatekeeper to these commercial algorithms, we have abdicated our responsibility to decide what is important. So, are we doomed to live inside these invisible, personalized worlds forever? Pariser argues that we are not. But popping the filter bubble, well, it requires conscious and deliberate effort. He offers several strategies. We must actively seek out perspectives that are different from our own. This means deliberately reading news sources from across the political spectrum. It means following people on social media who challenge our assumptions. We also need to have more control over the algorithms themselves. We should be able to see and adjust the data that is being used to personalize our feeds. But honestly, the most important solution is a philosophical one. It is a shift in mindset. We must move from being passive consumers of information to being active, conscious citizens of the digital world. We must have the intellectual humility to understand that our own personalized view of the world is not the whole picture, and we must have the curiosity to actively seek out what is being hidden from us. The first step to popping the filter bubble is to simply be aware that it exists. This book is a powerful and necessary wake-up call. It is a reminder that the tools we use are not neutral. They are shaping us, and they are shaping our society in ways we are only beginning to understand. If you are someone who believes in the power of an open mind, in the importance of a shared reality, and in the courageous act of seeking out different perspectives, then you are a part of the solution. Consider subscribing to Geeky Philosopher, where we are dedicated to exploring the ideas that help us see a bigger, more connected world. Thank you for your time.